Hey y'all, we're back. Uh, Trying to make this a more regular thing. Hopefully, you also enjoy that. A little bit of a rough night tonight. Son took a little bit of a spill with his foot. I think I may have told you guys that he broke his right foot a little while ago. Well, now his left foot hurts a little bit. So
Your bears.
we'll see if Baby Kirk can pull out of it. Hopefully he can.
I serve the Phoenix
He's
King.
tougher than the average bear, so we'll give him that. Let's see here. So anyways, welcome. Hope everyone is doing well. Um, Last time we got Sunfang, so what we're going to do right away this time is... Ooh, look at this. The Druki are trying to take over our allies here. But as you can see this turns remaining before surrender, that little, what the hell is that? The hourglass with the red blood-tinged flag. That is turns before the city capitulates, so they have plenty of time. So what I want to do right away this time, I know we usually start with a little bit of campaign. What I want to do this time is start with a quest battle. So we're going to start with the dragon armor of Aenarion. So Tyrion returns the dragon armor to Val's anvil, where it was first created. While Tyrion impatiently waits within while Val's smiths reknit the armor, he is called to the shrine's entrance. Druki gather. They certainly knew of Tyrion's whereabouts. Perhaps the armor's failing was a trap after all. Tyrion prepares his host for war. He will face the hated foe without his usual protection, although he does not need it, for he is Ulthuan's defender. So, Aenarion was his father. He was the first Phoenix King. He was also probably the High Elves' best warrior ever. So you can see here, if we win this battle, we're going to get plus 15 armor, plus 25% fire resistance, plus 10% physical resistance, plus 10% ward save, which is enormous. Wound recovery time goes down. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that ever. Hopefully Tyrion will not be getting wounded in battle. And then heroes have a 10% less chance of being successful against him. If we look at war facing, reinforcements are expected. We have Malekith. That's going to be tough. He will be on Seraphon, most likely, his black dragon. We have some Black Ark Corsairs, dual sword infantry version, so those are anti-infantry. We have some Black Guard Aenarion. Those are anti-large. We don't have much large, so we don't have to worry about that, but they are still quite good. As you can see, their armor, leadership, and melee defense are all rather strong. We have the Witch Elves. Those are anti-infantry as well. They have Murderous Mastery, which when the Murderous Prowess kicks in for most Dark Elves, they get Murderous Mastery, which increases that ability even more. They also have the dodge ability, so a lot of the time they will dodge melee attacks that normally would hit. Malekith also has some Dark Shards. We've gone over those before, just armor-piercing infantry ranged units. We have 2 Cold One Knights. Those are pretty scary. Those are pretty good cavalry. I found them to be rather effective in the Dark Elf campaign. And 2 units of Harpies. Those are just typical kind of harassing flyer units. So it does look like reinforcements are expected. They're not going to tell us how many reinforcements, but I think we can take it, guys. Let's try it out.
I am ready to fight.
The flaming banner we will put on. Let's put it on one of these sword masters to go with. And looks like we have Teclis. We get Teclis as an ally, as well as 3 units of Valyrian Reavers, 2 units of Silverhelms, and another Phoenix. So it looks like Malekith is going to get a bunch of Bleak Swords, basically your basic sword infantry unit for the Dark Elves. Some Dread Spears, which are Dark Elf Spearmen, basic unit. Dark Riders with shields. So their shield is so they're better against ranged attacks, but those are also pretty much your basic light cav, or medium cav I should say, and then they'll get another lord as well. So let's
Sun
find
Fang hunger.
enjoying a cold snap, Sam Adams cold snap tonight. The Dark Elves attack at Val's Anvil, confident that they can rid the world of one of the greatest threats to their power. But the volcano is not the best battlefield for the attacker. Its narrow confines mean the advantage is with the defender. Although an enemy as desperate as the Druki will not think twice before committing sufficient blah blah blah. Sorry. I'm gonna sit there.
Elves of Alfwan, to me! The scum of Nagaroth approach.
There he is.
They think to cage us in. But is the lion trapped when cornered by the rat? Do warriors squirm when confronted by weaklings? No is the answer. Gird your souls. Let them come. Agreed.
Dude, he's such a stud. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Eagle Claw.
Like, Teclis might be better overall in campaign, but dude, everybody wants to be Tyrion.
Aenarion.
If you don't want to be Tyrion,
Swordmaster of
you're
Power. It shall be done.
Eagle Claw.
alright.
Loven Seaguard.
Take skirmish off. Why isn't that working? Okay, that's frustrating.
Swordmaster of Power.
Don't know what's going on there. Skirmish off. Okay, why isn't this working? Alright.
Glory awaits.
Orders received. Loven Seaguard. Seal. Swordmaster of Power. Loyal. Oreo.
Actually, you know what we're gonna do? I'm just gonna
Asa move.
put our infantry right here.
I
don't
go
know
then.
what is going on here, guys. Really, seriously.
Seeking the foe.
The controls are all messed up right now.
Prepare.
This is really odd. This is really, really odd.
No
And
mercy.
quite frustrating. Let's see. Your Soul Quench. These Bleak Swords.
Lakoi Soraya!
Hopefully it'll take them off the field rather quickly.
Loven Seaguard.
I don't know what these
Understood.
Lothern Seaguard are doing.
Yes.
Orders
Probably still in
received.
skirmish,
For the
since I can't
king.
turn off their skirmish. That's awesome. That's a nice bug. Is not being able to turn off skirmish when it's one of the most
Ancestors.
useless items in the game.
Victory
That's
awaits.
frustrating. Couldn't tell I'm a little frustrated.
Ulfwan Mage.
Swordmaster
good.
of Power.
Costs us the battle.
We away.
We're not extremely careful, because now we have to be extremely careful
Assyrian guides
because, you know, reasons.
Servant of light. It is done.
Pop Sun Fang.
I shall.
There's Sun Fang going off right into those Dread Spears. I don't know why my ballista thinks it's a good idea to shoot into.
Weapons ready.
Alright, so we're gonna get a Phoenix out of there. Those Cold Spear Riders are gonna absolutely tear
of
to
Aenarion.
shreds that Phoenix.
Onward to victory. Forward. It is done.
Need to get Tyrion out of there as well.
Ready. Setting forward.
Well, guys, I usually don't get really frustrated at this game, but I am really frustrated right now because
Menlui!
is
Araya Menlui!
not very cool, in my opinion. The Phoenix should be able to take out these Harpies no problem, especially with Apotheosis. It's going to be healing going down.
White Lions. For duty.
Okay.
Acknowledge.
These Cold One Spear Riders are going to be kind of tough. That is Tyrion getting mauled, so
My
we're
power
going
is
to
yours.
send everyone up.
Fail.
Everyone up.
By Aenarion.
We're going to have all of our,
Going forth.
maybe everybody aiming at Malekith. We want Malekith down as quickly as possible.
To battle. Advance.
Following
Malekith is
Ephra.
attacking our mage. Our mage is running from the battlefield because Malekith attacked her. Tyrion has gone insane for some reason. So this is not going at all how
Loven
I planned.
Seaguard.
I cannot turn off skirmish. And therefore, every time they attack my ranged units, they get completely wrecked. So,
High mage.
alright, so
Onward.
mage is back online. Let's hit Malekith.
Winds of magic
Let's hit
rise.
Tyrion. Do some damage just
It
and
is
some
done.
leadership buffs.
Going forth. By Aenarion.
We're
The
not going to put him in the
greater
black
good.
Aenarion. They are anti-large.
Ulfwan mage. Men Louis.
Pop all of
Araya
those.
Men Louis. Winds of magic rise.
Soul Quench on the black card
Lakoi
Aenarion,
Soraya.
if we can. Where is Malekith? Does Malekith run? I cannot see him.
Shield of the Ever Queen.
Asia mage.
As you say,
Okay.
Lothern Seaguard. Kill them!
Alright. We're going to dedicate that one to Little Kerp. It was much harder than it needed to be, mainly because the UI was not working properly. I don't know if they do that on purpose, but for that quest battle, but man, that was frustrating. Sorry about that, guys. If it seemed a little bit ornery, just a little frustrating when you have certain tactics in mind and then they backfire because things aren't working the way they're supposed to. Oi, Snebber, what's you looking at my chopper? What? How's about you looks at a bit closer, eh? Yeah, eat this. That's your typical orc conversation.
For my queen. Bind
We will take the replenishment because we need it badly. As you can see over there, troops on the other side.
queen.
Now we have the dragon armor of Aenarion. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we have defeated Malekith. Now this is another cool thing that they did in Total Warhammer 2. Every time you defeat a legendary lord, you gain a trait. That doesn't mean you keep killing the same legendary lord, you get different traits. You get a trait once, it's really cool. So this one for taking down Malekith, we get Immortal Unbeloved. The Dark King will fall by blade, by arrow, or by sorcerer's power, and the darkest magic. So we get 10% rating income, and Tyrion will have Frenzy. So as you can see there,
Ancestors be praised.
he will have plus 12% weapon damage, plus 8% charge bonus, plus 8 melee attack, and he is immune to psychology. As long as he is above 50% leadership. So he's a pretty high leadership character. He should be good there. And confident defender. So we're going to gain aura size and leadership when defending. That is really good.
Shield against the darkness.
Put him back into Pack Ice Bay so he can continue to regen. Let's see if you can get something better than the Potion of Speed, eh? That seems pretty good. However, you know, the Potion of Speed, that's kind of nice because he can pop that and run away. And we'll leave it with him. Alright.
Prince of Elfwan.
Let's see if we can get that third legendary lord I've been looking for. Resistant, that's not it. Hawkeye, I know that's not it. Resilient, that's not it. Energetic. Ugh. Nah, that's not it either. Guys, we're just going to keep waiting until we get the lord that I want. It seems to be the best course of action. We need 2 more population here, and then we can get level 5, which will be glorious. There's no other special buildings that we can build that I'm aware of.
The Everqueen.
Unassigned skill points for Tyrion, so we will do Draft Master. All his new unit recruits will have a +1 experience chevron, and local recruitment capacity goes up by 1, so that's pretty good. Now, I did talk about getting Quartermaster for the upkeep, but that Elven Healing, reduce attrition by 15% and increase casualty replenishment rate by 15%. I don't want to lie to you guys, though. We will Ugh. We're gonna do this. Sorry guys, but that's only because we're in the Chaos Waste and I want our replenishment to go up some. Once this Chaos corruption goes down a little bit more, once this plaza's built, we're gonna take off. There's no reason to stay here. This guy poses no threat, even to Albion. Oh, it doesn't have any walls though. So maybe we listen to me. Maybe we'll go this way.
Garrisoning.
Okay, again, I don't know why he goes that way. Silly, silly Tyrion. Okay. Alright. Let's take it to the next turn.
I will weigh what you have to say and the merit of your actions.
By the way, if I was actually trying to play like a truly Tyrion campaign, I really wouldn't even leave Oath 1. But the scaling kind of pissed me off, so... Alright, we're gonna fight this one. We have one Great Eagle and one unit of Silver Helms. They have 3 Reaper bolt throwers. The thing I'm worried about is this guy. He also is riding a cold one. I don't expect to win this. Let's see what we can do though. Let's see what we can do. I am hoping that if he does go ahead and take this battle, that he'll just occupy it instead of raze it to the ground. If he razes it to the ground, that's a lot of money and time we've put into this city to get it sacked. All decent folk find the common rat repulsive. Agreed on that one. Alright, so... Ooh, look at that sweet, sweet hill. We may be able to win this just on that hill alone. It's going to take the Reaper bolt throwers a long time to get online to get up there. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put the Noble right in the middle. We are going to... God, these are all infantry. Okay. Alright, so... Going to take... 3 archer units. Put them right here on this ridge.
White Lions!
Right there. Take these archers right here on this ridge. We're going to put them on guard and we're going to take skirmish off.
Loyal!
Guard mode, skirmish off. Alright.
Noble!
Okay. Gonna take 2 white lions, 2 spears. Put them on this side. And we're gonna put the white lions in front.
Understood!
Because they are heavier infantry. And we're gonna take the spears, and we're gonna put them on the side. You know, take any cavalry charges. Plus, they're not as good of melee fighters. They're, you know, a better defensive unit for this type of battle.
Loyal!
And we're gonna do the same exact thing on the other side. I'm gonna call you Unit 4. Just bring them over here.
White Lions!
The white lions right in front here. I don't want my noble to be easily picked off. So maybe what we'll do...
Loven Seaguard.
No, that was the wrong unit.
Orders received!
What I want to do, yeah. So we'll put the white lines like this. We'll make an actual wall of white lines. What we're going to do with our extra spearmen
Spearmen!
is kind of make them like this.
It shall be done!
Give it more of that shape. In fact, we're just going to... That's what we'll do. Alright, then we will do the same exact thing over here.
Spearmen.
Make a nice little spear wall, and what I may do... Yeah, let's just put the spears over here.
For duty!
Okay, put the silver helms... We want to hide them, because initially... they are going to move their artillery up. So until their other units like get ahead of their artillery, we want to make sure that they don't see the units that are going to come and snag the
Love
artillery.
and Sea Guard. It shall be done.
So,
Northern Seaguard!
alright, perfect. Okay, alright. Actually, one more thing we're going to do is we're going to try and make these
It will
Northern
be
Sea
done.
Guard.
Loyal.
Without fail.
We're going to make them a longer line, and the reason being is that
It shall be done.
they will cover more area when they're shooting. And we want to cover as much area as possible when we are so severely outnumbered. So, same
It
thing
will
over
be
here.
done. Understood.
We can win this battle, guys. Don't you go worrying. We can win this. Probably won't, but we could. All right, let's do it. All right, so as you can see, they are all okay. So they're reforming. Looks like they're all gonna be just marching forward. Those Hargoneth executioners are ridiculously powerful. Armored, armor-piercing, anti-infantry. We are going to focus fire those guys with our archers. Let's see, where are their ranged units? Okay, there's a couple. Okay, so their dark shards are in the middle. Let's see what they're doing here. So they're putting... So they're trying like a pincer tactic. Okay. Alright, so here's what we're going to do.
Silver helms.
Gonna send these silver helms around the side. Gonna send great eagles around the other side. Let's see what we can do here. As you can see, the silver helms will go into this ditch here, and the ballista is going to lose visibility on them. It'll be easier to sneak up on them. Sneaky, sneaky.
Silver helms.
And,
A
yep.
pace.
Go get them, boys. What the heck? Oh, okay, so there's the Reaper bolt thrower. If you guys want to see how well they do, they've done a significant amount of damage. The Reaper bolt thrower, in my opinion, far better than the bolt thrower of the High Elves. Just my opinion. From what I've seen in campaign, quick battles, etc. Alright. There's the
For
moment of truth,
duty.
boys. Alright, so our Great Eagles are on this bolt thrower. Great Eagle, I should say. We're sending Cav after us, so we're gonna get up out of the air. Come on, get up. Get up. Up. Great Eagle's caught. Alright, and this bolt thrower is no more. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, and let's see what we got going on here. Alright.
Spearman. Oriole.
We're gonna countercharge, nobody's coming from behind, so we don't have to worry about that. Hargoneth executioners are just gonna absolutely shred our guys. So we're gonna try and encapsulate if we can.
As you say.
Loyal! Seal!
Love and Sea Guard.
These guys need to be
To
firing.
battle!
These guys need to be
To
firing.
battle.
These guys need to be firing.
Attack!
These guys need to be attacking.
Order!
White
These
Lions.
guys need to be attacking.
Black
This guy
Eye.
needs to be getting in there.
Without
Alright,
fail.
so we've shattered 2 of their ballistas, and onto the third, or onto the third. Okay. Meanwhile, our Great Eagle's hanging on. He's hanging tough. We're going to take this ballista offline, and then we're going to try and go back and help out our Great Eagle if we can. Our spears are doing pretty well against the elite swords for, you know, the matchup that it is. It's not a good matchup for them. As I said before, spears aren't meant to take on sword infantry. Alright,
As you say.
and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave the Great Eagle. I'm just going to leave him. I feel like rear charging these ranged units is going to be much more effective.
Noble lord!
Yeah, like I said, we're probably not going to win this, but hey, you never know, and you got to keep fighting. So,
Acknowledge.
we fight on. We fight in the shade, brothers. I say that because they are firing missiles at us.
Setting forth without fail! Dauntless!
Looks like the noble is actually doing fairly well for himself, which is good. The Great Eagle is running away. It's
Noble!
to be expected.
Pull back!
Alright, so the Silver Helms doing really well.
Ready and able!
Okay,
Without
he's
fail.
running away. We want to wrap around.
Quickly now!
Gonna have one of those spearmen chase him off. The other one come up and help.
Noble!
Why is this noble not fighting?
At them! Dauntless!
Okay. These white lions
to
can get back
battle
into it.
Without fail! Understood!
Okay, so
We go! For order!
alright, so there's, you can see the attacking in the rear is really helping. Rout these guys. Looks like these guys are going to come back online. That's a shame.
Lothern Seaguard.
So our Silver Helms are really doing a number on their ranged units, which is good.
For duty! By Aenarion!
We need
Orders
these
received.
guys to start firing into this
Advance.
lord. Damaging that lord will help significantly.
As you say. It will be done.
Actually, we're just going to shoot these Argonath executioners because they are shredding our spearmen, as I said they would. Was not surprised by that at all.
Spearmen!
Spearmen,
Weapons
gotta
ready!
get back into the battle, bud.
Advance! To the fray!
Oh, and these Silver Helms gotta run. You gotta run. You do not want to fight these Argonath executioners.
March! Apace!
Okay,
It will be done.
alright.
Pull back!
So, yeah, looks like just when I talked about Albion,
To the fray!
we lose Albion, but that happens. That happens.
Asso, withdraw.
Without fail.
Spearman.
It's,
It will
it's
be
the
done.
Argonath executioners did us in here in this battle.
Wheel away! For order!
We just did not have an answer for them. We didn't have any Dragon Princes. We didn't have any Swordmaster Hoeth. So, basically what happened was they came in and melted our front line. As you can see, 67 kills and 130 kills for these Argonath executioners, just doing work. The Black Ark Corsairs did not do too badly either. 89, 77, 59, and 39 respectively for the top. Oh, never mind, 64 for the top four. Both throwers we shut down rather easily and rather quickly, but yeah, we just could not handle their front line. Which is why you never bring a lot of artillery, because it's pretty easily shut down. Okay, good. He did settle it, which is actually good for
If
us.
what you seek is for the
took
greater
our
good, my sword is
friend's
yours.
territory. Trade agreement payments. How about this? I would also like a non-aggression pact with you. I'll take that, because right now it looks like we actually have to start attacking the High Elves, because, or the Dark Elves, because they are eating significant chunks into our territory. We will take Court Advisors. It's going to give our nobles +2 experience right out of the gate, and it's going to give our lords +2 experience right out of the gate. Speaking of lords, let's see if we can finally get that lord I've been looking for. Efficient. Is this it? No, it's not. Dang it. Alright, well, it keeps changing every day, so we'll keep, or every turn, we will keep checking every turn. This army does not scare me. This army does not scare me. Although, he is in recruitment stance.
We have shaped this world.
There's nothing really cool I can build anywhere. I could get Phoenix Guard. Let's go ahead and get Phoenix Guard. They are an extremely good... wait. Oh, okay. So next turn we can get the Phoenix Court, which is huge.
The darkness.
Alright, so
Entering
Tyrion,
the
you go
garrison.
there, because you're really dumb and you take long ways to get places.
Short-sighted.
Okay, he already has 19 troops again, because the computer cheats when it's recruiting.
Defender of the Ever Queen.
Jimmy K is in the White Tower, and I do not see us using that vortex anytime soon, unfortunately, because the Scourge of Cain is just completely annihilating our allies. So looks like we're gonna have to take the fight to them ourselves, and we will do exactly that. So
Marching out.
let's start heading in that direction. Normally I would just let this continue so that I could take it over, but the fact that we've poured so many resources up here into the northeast, to be honest, at this point, it's nothing but the fact that I'm annoyed and I want to make sure that they pay. So we have DC, and DC is there any treasure on the DC can pick up? Nope, is that so? It is indeed. Alright, we'll send DC over there, and we're done with this turn. But as I was saying previously, if I were really trying to play this like Tyrion would play it, I basically wouldn't leave the island of Ulthuan. He was a staunch xenophobe and truly believed that nothing else really mattered besides high elf lives, and to be honest, that's how a lot of them feel, but he took it to the extreme. Alright, so first things first, before I forget, because we all know I forget things, I'm going to build a Phoenix Court. Come on, guys. Come on. Okay. It's going to give us +1 influence per turn, +10 to public order, +2 to Lord Recruit rank faction-wide, +1 hero capacity for nobles, and +2 experience rank for nobles recruited. So that is all very good stuff. Let's see what Jimmy K is doing.
Defender of the Ever Queen.
It looks like, oh, our friend. So,
Protector.
first thing
of
we're going to do is we're going to come out here and just smack this Black Arc down. This is a Black Arc. This is their version of it in the game. Unfortunately, I don't think we're ever going to get naval battles. If we did get naval battles, it would be amazing. They have this, it basically looks like a dragon-shaped boat, but in the lore, Black Arcs, most if not all of them, I believe, I forget exactly, but most if not all of them, what am I trying to say, they were actually had, like, they were strapped, they were basically giant cities, not giant cities, but cities, elven cities that fell into the water, and they were strapped to the backs of sea dragons. Just really, really badass. So, apologize for swearing, but really, it's just really cool. We might abandon this territory, actually, the more I look at it. I mean, it's still got chaos corruption.
Shield of Aenarion.
It's got the, it's in the tundra terrain, so everything costs more and takes longer to build. Let's just start taking out these dark elves down here. They're getting a little too cocky for my taste.
Following your orders. Absolutely not.
Okay, well, I would really wish if you would actually listen to me. Okay.
For my queen.
Okay, wow. Okay, that's a lot of guys. So maybe we will... Alright. Well, we're gonna take on some dark elves. We're not gonna mess around with this.
Protector of the Ever Queen.
Okay, here is the mage that is with Tyrion. We're gonna upgrade Tempest, because now we're probably gonna start facing harpies, black dragons, things like that. They don't have any, but you know, Malekith does ride Seraph on his black dragon, so if we do run into Malekith again, we want to make sure we can fight him. And we're good. Jimmy K gaining some campaign line of sight and campaign movement from pushing his guys pretty hard. Seems like the Jimmy K MO. Push your guys till they do their job. I like it. I like it. Jimmy K, if you're listening,
Welcome. What brings you
I
here?
got you, buddy. You want a military alliance? I don't. Sorry. Another thing is, that's nice about defensive alliances, you don't get dragged into every single war that your ally does. You can choose to join the wars that they're in, but you don't have to. When you're military allies, you immediately are at war with everybody else. Alright, Sea Legs. Campaign movement range plus 5% for Tyrion. Alright, and I guess I'll read it. If you can keep your lunch down whilst everyone around you is losing theirs, then the Navy is the place for you. So that's kind of cool. It's going to be good for us. Alright, some of my viewers are going to be happy with me. Now we can build better chariots and Eagle Claw bolt throwers. So, hooray! We are going to get rid of this. We're going to do that because we're not even close to building a level 5 settlement there, and again I want this place to be a powerhouse. We're getting rid of this so we can get another military building, by the way, if you're wondering.
The Ever Queen.
Okay, Tyrion. Ah, there you are. I knew you'd be back.
Ever vigilant.
Alright, so...
Seal
Alright.
by Aenarion.
I'm kind of worried about the
Short-sighted.
auto-resolve on this. The computer seems to think that, certain units are better than others, even though, like, if you actually play the battle, you can see that actually the other unit is significantly better, but... Alright, so Sartosa, not worried about them. Where did our Druki friend go? That guy's annoying.
Primed for action.
But we had that. That black arc just literally disappeared. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get this guy out of our territory because he's annoying.
I'm waiting. Landing.
We're gonna post into Lothern with
Lady of the
DC.
Phoenix Court.
We're not gonna
Can I offer
vortex
assistance?
yet. Okay. DC, I'm jealous. You have a life mage, so we can either do Flesh to Stone, which increases our allies' armor, or we can gain damage and missile resistance. We're gonna go armor for right now because the Dark Elves are really good with armor piercing damage, and the higher the armor, hopefully, the less that AP does to us. Basically, they have to chew through more armor.
Greetings. The Phoenix Court will hear your word.
Alright, so... Guys, you gotta let me know if you want to... if you want me to be military allies with all these guys instead of just defensive allies. I am military allies with Aenarion. I feel like that was a mistake, but whatever.
I am Aenarion
Oh my
reborn.
goodness, guys.
Show me some respect.
No, I won't give you a peace treaty. Oh, here it is. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so, you know what? We're gonna fight it. We're gonna fight it. We're gonna fight it quick. We're not gonna make it complicated, but we are gonna try and give this guy some more losses so that when Tyrion comes in next turn, bam, we can get him. You cannot refuse my challenge. You cannot outrun me. You cannot beat me. Your last earthly sight will be your own innards as I offer them up in honor of the gods. Wolfric the Wanderer, you're welcome. Alright, so same exact map, same exact tactic. Except for this time, guys, we're just gonna... They still have the bolt throwers. We still have our cav. But we're gonna put our cav right here. We're not even gonna hide them. Not even gonna hide them. and we're going to put the eagle right here. And the reason why we want to fight on the hill is downhill battles are much harder for the armies climbing the hill. So, just as in real life.
White lions.
Okay. And we'll stick our noble right in the middle, and we're just gonna go for it here, guys. We're just gonna go for it. No reason to really mess around with it. Okay. These Argonath executioners are gonna try and flank our guys. Okay. Oh. So a bolt thrower is shooting at another eagle, or at our eagle, I should say, not our other eagle. Okay, and what's nice is we can kind of kite these executioners with these Illyrian Reaver archers. Bad thing is the bolt thrower is shooting at us. But we are so much faster than those Argonath executioners. We should be able to get a nice charge off here on the
Brace for impact.
bolt throwers. There we go. Alright, get wrecked.
Quickly now.
Just keep going. Just keep going through them. Keep going through them.
Illyrian archers.
Oh. Oh. Dark Rider, you sneaky, sneaky Dark Riders.
Understood. Tyrion willing. Forward. We will obey. Apace. For the king.
We're gonna just kite. We're just gonna kite those Dark Riders. We're gonna have the Great Eagle take out this bolt thrower. Alright guys, best of luck up here. Okay, we're gonna turn skirmish mode off. And we just have to hope for the best. Those Dark Riders are very fast, so our Illyrian Reaver archers are just gonna have to struggle on. Alright.
Acknowledge. It shall be done. It will be done. Utter attack.
There we go. We're gonna get that good downward charge.
Without fail. Brave and true.
We're just gonna get into it. There's no reason to hide in here. We're probably gonna lose, and it doesn't really matter. We're just trying to get as many losses for them as possible. Okay, our Illyrian Reaver archers are actually doing quite well against the Dark Riders. Okay, so there's one bolt thrower down. In fact, okay, so there's the Reaper bolt throwers. They threw down their war machine, so they don't even have the bolt throwers left. They're just coming in their unit, and that's not going to be very effective. So that's fine. The Illyrian Reavers are trading just fine with the
Illyrian archers.
Dark Riders.
Battle calls.
Lothern Seaguard.
Okay, we want them to change their target.
Seal.
Okay, our Great Eagle is getting into some of these Dark Shards, which is good. They're going to struggle in that matchup.
Illyrian
The Dark Shards, well, not our Great Eagle.
spearmen. Ancestors. For our ancestors.
We're holding up pretty well so far.
Lothern Seaguard.
Oh, there's the Murderous Prowess. That's not going to be good.
Illyrian archers. We
That's
will
just
obey.
it's
Kill
just
them.
bad news for us. But we're gonna keep fighting.
For duty. Seal.
God, these Argonath executions are just absolutely
Without fail.
ridiculous.
For the
They're
king.
just melting everything.
Understood. For duty.
What I'm gonna do is keep collapsing the center here. Hopefully we can get some units to push towards the middle, towards these Argonath executioners. Because right now, I mean, It's just unreal.
Illyrian archers! By your command!
Come on, break these Dark Riders. If we can break these Dark Riders, these Illyrian... God. Those Hargonath Executioners. Oh, yes! Broken. Alright, so let's get back to the big fighting, the main fighting. Big fighting.
Noble Lord!
Alright, okay, good. Let's see. We want to get into these Dark Shards. We want these Spearmen to get back into the fight.
Understood. It will be done. Kill them!
We will obey! Sinner!
As you say. White
Okay.
lions! Swiftly!
Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go.
It shall be done.
So let's talk about the flanking. Come on, come on.
For duty.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Get to war!
Alright. God, these Hargonath Executioners, man.
It shall be done.
They are just so good. So good.
At once!
And
will be done.
Here's the problem. The High Elves do not have armor-piercing damage. So they struggle fighting these guys because they have armor. And yeah, I mean,
White Lion!
we're fighting the good fight here, but
As you say.
I think it's just going to wind up being too much. The Lord is about to take on the Great Eagle. The Great Eagle is going to have no answer for the anti-large of that Cold One Rider.
Noble! Without
If we can take out those Hargonath Executioners, though, that's going to help a lot.
Illyrian
We have a whole nother unit of them, but our Illyrian archers are just kiting the heck out of them. Our Eagle is going to... Let's get him into these Hargonath Executioners. If we can break these guys... Come on, break them, break them, break them, break them.
Pull back!
There it is. Alright, so they're broken. It's a little bit of a terror bomb. We're going to send...
The battle is lost!
It is not lost.
Sinner!
Weakling.
Lothern Seaguard! For the king!
The firing in the
will be
back
done.
is going to be a plus.
For the king!
Ready and able!
Pull back!
Firing into the back of an enemy ruins their morale, by the way. So just a little tip there.
Lothern Seaguard!
As you can see, their morale is already dropping. Lothern Seaguard, we need to get back in the fight. We need to get these spears back in the fight.
Without fail!
We need to get these Lothern Seaguard online.
Loyal!
Okay.
Noble!
The Great Eagle is fighting us a little hard out. And gosh dang it, I'm
Illyrian
proud of it.
archers!
Alright,
Serve the king!
so we want to target those Corsairs, get them offline. There's some sort of map-wide buff that
Noble born!
the Dark Elves just got. I don't know what it was.
Astra noble! Excellent!
We're just going to keep fighting the guys on the hill like this. Reason being is that they could possibly shatter just from army losses.
Noble!
Probably not likely, but you never know. You get enough of them running, they could mass shatter. And a mass shatter at this point would be phenomenal.
Ready and able!
There's another break.
Moving out! Done!
So we're not even going to focus on the Lord at this point. Oh.
Spearmen! Asa, move! Assyrian willing! Asa, withdraw! Defending order!
Okay.
Noble!
So our Lord's getting in there.
Illyrian archers!
Sorry guys, I know I'm being a little bit quiet. I
Pull back!
did not think we even had a chance here.
Hold one!
And we're actually doing fairly well.
Lothern Seaguard!
Lothern Seaguard. We need to get into these Dread Spears who are rushing us, so we're going to have the advantage because we're going downhill. They're going uphill. It's a nice little shot right there. Let's see.
We are broken! Noble!
No, we're not broken, guys. We're not broken.
Orders received! Advance! To the fray!
Where's our Great Eagle? Great Eagle, get back in there. Do your job.
Acknowledged. Be merciless.
Attack! Dauntless!
Come on.
Without question!
Yes, there we go. There we go.
Acknowledged! For Aenarion!
I mean, we could mass shatter him here, guys. We just, honestly, we have to stay away from the Lord, because the Lord, he's just too beastly. He's a level 14. He's got too much. I mean, if you look, he's got 4,600 hit points left. He's armored piercing. It's craziness. It's craziness. I'm gonna send the Lord after these dark shards, and in fact, I'm gonna send the Great Eagle after him too. We're gonna have to let the Illyrian Reavers deal with those dark shards. I'm gonna put the Lothran Sea Guard up against that.
For the king! Hold back!
Moving out. March. Aenarion
We're just gonna. I'm telling you, we're just gonna kite away from him at this point.
Asor, withdraw!
Do not withdraw.
Noble!
No, do not withdraw.
Orders understood.
Attack. Okay, so we're gonna do what we can there. Okay, we are.
Son of Ulfwar!
Great Eagles cause fear, so we drop a little fear bomb in there. Oh, dang it, guys! All right, so that was a valiant effort, guys. Proud of what we did there. I mean, you can see just by playing it well. I mean, we were severely outmanned and we almost won. So, just gotta try and use those tactics wisely. Again, the ballistas 0 kills, 284 kills for that one unit of Hargoneth Executioners. So, basically, when you're playing the Dark Elves, if you gotta go fight High Elves, get about 5 or 6 of those in your army, and you will melt through them like butter. Alright, so, okay, so we took that settlement as well. Oh, there is the Black Ark. Okay, not worry about that. Let's see what we can build here. Alright, so the only other thing we would really want to build, I don't really care about this stuff, because I don't really care about the recruiting the nobles. I want to be able to recruit cavalry, so that's what we're going to build there. We do not have enough population yet for this. We don't even have 4 population, we need 5. Let's see, Shrine of Aenarion and Jiriel. Actually, no, you know what? The White Tower of Hoth is one of the places that's going to get attacked, we're going to continue to upgrade this province, if that makes sense.
The Everqueen.
Okay, Tyrion.
To victory.
Should be.
I am ready
okay,
to fight.
That was easy. So, I think I did all that just for me to take it back. Which, hey, you know what? More power to him if that's how he feels. Is he's gonna make his empire better. That's fine. But we're going to make sure that he realizes he is wrong. Jimmy K. We are going to. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So
Your will is done. None shall live. Their deaths are necessary.
Right. Jimmy, we're going to give you the fiery banner. Oh, we lost our bolt thrower.
have conquered. Restrain them.
I don't
and
know
honor.
how or why we lost a bolt thrower. We were on a boat and we didn't lose our boat, but hey. Jimmy K, I know we're going to need to rectify that. I know you like your ranged.
Protector of Ulfwan.
DC,
For the
just
Phoenix
sit
King.
tight. Lord choices. No. I don't need that either. Alright, so let's see here. Does anybody want to confederate?
Behold the Phoenix
Please tell me you
Court
want to
in all
confederate.
its splendor and glory. Certainly
Oh,
not.
you jerk. skill
Defender
points
of
for
the
Jimmy K
Ever-Queen.
for taking on the big bad. Jimmy K will take Lightning Strike. That's always useful. The reason being is that, you know, if there's like 3 stacks together, you can use the lightning strike ability to attack one stack, 1v1 stack instead of multiple stacks at once. You can actually lightning strike multiple times in a turn and actually whittle all those stacks down individually to the point where when they, you know, when it's their turn, they're so depleted that they are no longer a threat to you. And we're going to do Renowned and Feared. As you can see, hero's self-defense chance is increased, enemy hero action success decreased, upkeep decreased for all units, campaign movement increased, and unit experience for all new recruits increased. So, yeah, that is an extremely nice skill to have.
A noble victory.
And we are moving on. I hope you guys like the little bit longer videos. I feel, like I said, like one,
Sons of
we don't have
Ulthuan,
to do
what brings you
as
here?
many, and two, we get more done in what feels to be the same amount of time. I know it sounds silly, but it just it just feels that way. See this sacrifice to Mathland, that is somebody just created another black arc, so if you were wondering. That's Ingerial. I'm not going to worry about Ingerial. Let's see here. Tyrion.
Darkness. Champion of the Ever-Queen.
Okay, they don't have
Aenarion.
a lord there yet, so we're going to take Albion back. Really, they just have a bunch of low-tier units, so we're not going to worry about it. Jimmy
Journeying
K,
on.
you know you want that treasure. Okay. Minus 10 upkeep, minus 50% ocean
Anchors
attrition.
away.
We'll take it, we'll take it.
Your bidding.
Let's see here.
Asur Princess.
A true Asur.
Okay. And then... No. Alright, well, we still don't have that lord we want. Don't want to upgrade that.
Princess of the Asur. Ready to serve.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep taking
Landing. Asur Lady.
treasure. Might as well, if it's gonna be on our doorstep. We're still at 3 population
I
there.
hear the Widowmaker.
We are going to get Phoenix Guard, and so we got Lothern, White Tower of Hoeth, Walls, Anvil. Okay, so you can see every once in a while the locations change of where they want us to begin the ritual. And it's usually depending on like where you're strongest. So right now Tyrion's up here, he's our strongest lord. They probably won't start us up here for the Chaos Invasion. They're gonna go where our armies are weakest, and where our armies weakest, right down here in this corner. There's no defensive walls. Well, there is a wall, but I mean there's no extra garrison. The garrisons are quite small compared to, you know, most. And so that is just kind of an explanation of, you know, the computer randomly generates the vortex cities that you have to defend is basically what I'm stating. And I forgot that the entire video I made with the first vortex battle,
I am the heir
first
of
vortex
Aenarion,
incursion was
and I
completely
bid you
wiped out,
welcome.
so I do apologize about that. Military alliance, no thanks. 3 enemies and 1 ally. Why on earth would I want to
God
ally?
be good. You have the nerve to stand before me?
Undead. Oh, declare war on me, that's fine. Go ahead, brother.
My strength grows.
Alright, the Folly of Youth. Basically, a young prince was not nice. We can have -6 leadership for all armies, get 10 influence. We can get 10 influence by having plus 25% recruitment costs. We can get a court attendant, which influences hero action success and ambush success. I never ambush anyway, so I would never take that and lose influence. I'm going to pay the $1,500 and gain 20 influence. The boys in propriety is an offense, one that will be compensated. So there we go.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
The prince with Jimmy K just gained a level. So let's help out Jimmy K a little bit more in campaign. Gonna give some additional replenishment to those troops.
Defender
Always
of
a
the
welcome
Phoenix
thing.
Throne.
And alright, so let's see.
Journeying on.
Alright, so
Attack.
we're gonna fight this.
I lust for battle.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna fight it. After this battle, I'm gonna leave it here for the night. This is gonna be an easy battle, but you know what? After they did that to us, taking our cities and all that nonsense, they deserve to kind of get kicked. So. Alright, I'm gonna gamble. 6 wins of magic is measly. Alright, so we got Tyrion, we got our mage, our infantry, we got a ranged. We're gonna put our bolt thrower right over here.
Swordmaster of Hoeth.
Loven Seaguard. It will be done. Loven Seaguard. Loyal. It will be done.
Alright, start deployment, start battle. Let's see if they're dumb enough to come up. Oh my god, they're charging us. Are they insane? Oh, and this is, see, this is, so this is the same exact map, right? They should have camped up here to try and give us some type of army losses. But this is going to be an all-out slaughter. There's one Reaper Bolt Thrower because they're so destroyed by attrition. They have won, and oh yes, this is, oh yeah, that is good. It's good wholesome fun for the family, guys. It's the Lothram Seaguard just, I mean, to the man, destroyed that unit. To the man, and it usually does not happen. Let's watch the Phoenix go in there on this Reaper Bolt Thrower. Oh yes, yes. Oh my goodness, that guy literally just got beaked in half. I will not die today. I think you will, bud. I think you will. We're just, honestly, just gonna sit. We don't even have to move. We're just gonna let them come to us.
Champion.
Just do some buffs because we can.
It is done.
Tyrion, because who cares? I'm gonna do Soul Quench on these guys because why not?
Bend to my will.
There we go, and there's the Mass Shatter. So that was just a nice little to completely ruin these guys' days. And here's just a nice little shot of a Phoenix dismembering some Dark Elves who have probably done much worse to people. So don't you feel bad for them. All right, excellent, excellent. So we're gonna end the battle there. Remember, guys, Dark Elves are bad people. And when they get dismembered, there's nothing wrong with laughing at it. Darthon Ironbeard, the Bretonians, I know him, arrogant lot, full of fancy ideas about valor and chivalry and whatnot. Yet, they've no love for the Groby, mind you, so that makes him a firm friend to the Dowie. So, Dowie are the dwarfs in Warhammer. They also say dwarfs instead of dwarves. I know I've said that before, just kind of an update there. And the Grey Mountains are in the western portion of the Old World, separating Bretonia
A glorious victory. Take what you can.
Nah, I can buy it.
The gods are pleased.
Take it back. Okay, so we got our Brahmins back. We're going to go back to Untainted, and we're all the way back down to a level 1 settlement there. That is annoying. All right, so good job, guys. Well done. Let's use our skill points. We will do, yes, I told you I wanted to do upkeep reduction, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to max out Quartermaster, and then we're going to get Renowned and Feared. Those are the next two we're going to get. I do like getting the blue bar, especially when I have my +2 point skill point mod on. I know it's a little bit cheap, but that's okay.
Their skill is legend.
And then, let's see, so we've maxed out Tempest. So we're going to get Fiery Convocation. It's an extremely slow spell. That's why I haven't used it before, or I haven't taken it before. But you know what? It does do a good amount of damage if used in the right situation. So, alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Hope you guys all have a wonderful week, or weekend, or day, or evening, or night, whatever it may be. Kwanzaa, for all I know. I really don't know. But thank you for watching. Have a great night. Bye.